Hello, welcome. My name is Jerry from Rent in Ottawa. I'm a mortgage agent with Invis for the past 10 years. And we have Tom here today.
My name is Tom Witek. I'm a salesperson in Ottawa, and my website is justsellinghomes.ca.
And today we have our guest. Our guest is
Heather Sorgat.
And what do you do, Heather?
I am a home stager.
And tell us
What's your
about
website so that people can...
Okay.
If you want to visit me, check me out at www.restyledspaces.ca.
And what is a home stager?
Home stager is somebody who is going to come in to work with a homeowner or somebody who's selling a property and help them sort of get their maximum value out of a home in today's marketplace.
The main question is why should we use home staging both as agents and as clients? What's the value of it?
Yeah, so home staging sort of started because I think many years ago we would often see homes that were put on the market that were as is. People would sell their properties sort of,
right.
with projects to do. They sort of sold them with all their furniture and all of their lovely belongings and in a very personalized environment, right? They really lived in their homes and that's the way they sold them. And those homes used to sit on the market for months, 3, 6, 9 months. They eventually would sell. But back then too, there was a big swing in what they would want the house to sell for and what it actually would sell for.
Right.
And the creation of staging came in. What happened was that we had somebody come in and sort of make an evaluation of the home and, okay, if we were to remove items, declutter, maybe move some furniture around, get those projects finished that needed to be done, create a really neutral palette for the painting and things like that so that people could really see the house as it is, then all of a sudden now these people who necessarily didn't want to do the projects or didn't have the time really sort of appealed to them on, I could just move into a property like this. And those properties were not only selling faster, you were getting a really good sort of swap on your time, but it was also selling for more money.
For more money, including the home stager costs, you would actually get more money for your property than without using the stager or without using an agent to sell your home. You would get more money for it. So
that's right.
That's the
And
important.
do you use the client's furniture or do you use your own furniture when you stage?
So every client's needs are completely different. So if we have a house that has full furniture and artwork and everything, then I reuse everything that I possibly can. So it's a matter of creating a space that has sort of the right size furniture, the right amount of furniture, but I'm always taking into consideration sort of the amount of natural sunlight that's coming in, what the floorings look like and all that kind of stuff. So normally we can create a beautiful space by just reusing what they have. If the property is vacant, then that's a whole other issue, and I have furniture that we could bring in and create a beautiful home, because what happens when we have vacant properties is that there's nothing emotionally charging for that client when they walk in the house. They see bare bones.
You need the house to say sell, sell, sell.
That's right. And people make offers because they're emotionally attached to the home. And by bringing in beautiful furniture and creating wonderful spaces, they can feel how they could possibly live in the home.
After a home is staged, what's the reaction for the clients who are staging the home?
They absolutely love it. It's an amazing transformation for them to see what the possibility could be and sort of showing the lifestyle, because that's really what we're doing in essence when we stage, is we're selling the lifestyle and what somebody's dream could be in that space. And so it's generally very well received, and generally, like I said, houses sell quicker and for more money.
The idea is basically that you create in the buyer's mind a feeling. Okay, I want to live in this place, and I can see myself in this place, and the colors, the sizes of the furniture and of the pieces have to all work for the space. Sometimes people buy too bulky stuff for a smaller room, and that contracts the room. So we have to make the room expand, and that's what home stages.
That's right. We take into consideration that, the house needs to have the right, like you said, size of furniture, the right color, because every room in a home has its best assets, right? We have beautiful flooring, or we have a gorgeous window. But if we have a home that's, everybody has decided that, the front window is where we want to display all of our plants, and we can't see that window. But that's what the buyer fell in love with 20 years ago. Well, guess what? A new buyer is going to fall in love with the exact same thing. So when we strip it down and we can actually sort of uncover and see all of the beautiful features that the house has, the house actually sells itself. It's just a matter of uncovering it and having a plan to come up with how do we do that. So every house generally has some similarities of the things that we're going to tackle during a staging consult. And the number one thing I would think is that most people have too much stuff, and that's just the way we live. That's totally normal, and the way that we live in a home and the way that we live, staging a home are completely different. So what I'm going to come in and do, and I'm going to make recommendations as to the things that are potentially not being used, the things that are maybe too big for this space, or the things that just don't feel right. I'm going to ask them to pack, to declutter, and to sort of get organized in, keeping the things that are really needed and useful. The rest of it are going to ask you to pack away. The other things are going to be, furniture placement. Is it blocking what we want to sell? Is it blocking the
fireplace or
that's
or
right,
the
or
flow of the place?
Right.
Focal point,
That's right. That's right. And the other thing too that's really important is people will use a space the way it wasn't necessarily intended in a home. So if you have your home office set up in your dining room, perhaps, it's really important to bring the dining room back to its intended purpose, because that's what people are going to expect when they walk into the home. So understanding how and the function, what the function of the house is really important when we're sort of creating a plan. The other thing too would be sort of depersonalizing the home a little bit, in that, a lot of people have beautiful gallery walls of their family and many, many memories, and that's normal. But what happens when a buyer walks into a home that has such a personalized space is that they see the memories that house and that family have created, and it's hard for them to sort of envision their dream of being here and what their family could be. So that's why we ask you to just remove your personal pictures and pack them away, because you're taking them with you anyways, and maybe put up just a general piece of artwork that can sort of help sell the home.
Perfect. Sounds like a lot of an important need to have a home stager working with a good real estate agent.
Just to add to this, like I see on many occasions, people use their garages not as a garage to put their car in, but actually as a place,
Storage.
to put your stuff in, and that's just wrong.
So if you go to 10 homes, you basically find 10 homes with garages full of junk.
I mean, each room should have its purpose, in my opinion, and home stager, helps to create exactly that purpose. I thank you very much, Heather. My name is Tom Witek. I'm an Ottawa salesperson with Your Choice Realty. My website is justsellinghomes.ca, and I'm here with Heather and Jerry. Heather, what's your contact info so people
Again, my name is Heather, and you can reach me at heather@restyledspaces.ca, or my website is www.restyledspaces.ca.
And you can find me at yrentinottawa.com, mortgage agent with Invis. Thank you for coming in today, and thank you.
Thank you for having me.